Sri Isopanisad is narrated by Amal Bhakta Dasa. I don't know if he's still alive. He was 80-something years old last I checked. The music background of this is not terribly distinctive, though it's undeniably something that will allow you to go with the flow. And it is translated and written by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Prabhupada. The whole thing, if they were to recite the verses and to have translated them, these 18 verses would have probably taken about 5 minutes. But the program is around 5 hours. And to summarize the verses, we have what kinds of knowledge are there and what are we to do about it? Wish fulfillment has an impact, but there are limits. There is inescapable being. There is a life and afterlife for the fire beings and their innocence. There are unchangeable aspects. Each is a part of transcendence. The light beings will never be or do some things. There's definitely in the commentary a lot of the talk about how in the human incarnation is when we have these, opportunities. Being a conservative is too risky. The senseless liberalism of the body is unjustified. By conservative, I mean you're just taking other people's opinions. Liberal as in, letting go of certain religious and family values, being free with them for some sort of interest, like you think your body is telling you to do this, so therefore you're going to violate the rules. That's what I mean. Of course, the way of phrasing it is not so much. Open the sun door of presence, knowledge, and power. The Isopanisad is talked about like the end of knowledge. And this program talks a lot about the types of knowledge, seeking out knowledge. It summarizes basically their whole movement. I think they should have gone into more detail about the nature of the light beings, the devas, and the fire beings, asuras, but and it talks about the heavenly and hellish existences. It talks about how certain things may or may not be necessary. Realize and actualize continually. The essences and forms are of the complete whole. And the transference of knowledge and disciplic succession is, of course, a very important thing that is being brought up here. And this is a very interesting cover. We have our different parts, and we got to work them together and become totally aligned with a causal, as it would be said. I mean, realize and actualize continually. Spiritual paths are not just something that we claim, oh, others are doing it. No, this is not what it is about. We got to not just accept, it's got to dawn on us what the actual truth is and how it's the truth and what we're supposed to do about it and do what we're supposed to do. And our needs, our bodily needs, our societal needs, and all that will be provided for if it's, if we allow it to. And it talks about, of course, by liberal, of course, I mean, not just doing it because, you say you like it. you're after what is best. And conservative as far as in, find the right set of interpretations, the right scholars to kind of give you the evidence. It's like, why are they doing that? And the first and last comment, as far as summarizing the 18 verses, not the first, but the last one, and in the middle there, each is a part of the transcendence. Because you can identify like you're separate from the spiritual nature, which is bigger than the physical nature, but it's not. Even the physical nature relies on the spiritual beings that are part of it. And essence and forms, I'm talking about divinity. Like, some people are going to use one name or one quality, translate some of these names and translate some of these forms, and then you get the ultimate transcendence that is behind it all. And the lightnings are like, you do have these myths about the rebellious angels and stuff, and actually using words that distinguish what type of angels as opposed to the east and west, but ultimately there are limits to how far they're going to cross the line. They're part of Vishnu or Shiva or Indra or whatever. They're in that category, so they're working in that category. And certainly involve yourself, and you want this and you're going for this, and deity will bring the whole thing together. And any field of life can be made to be part of it. But are you going to be on the side of the the demons, or the side of the angels? It's up to you, and where you go, what happens to you in this life and what happens to you in the next, or a result of that. Some results are not moralistic. Karma is just cause and effect, what's going on. But yeah. And of course, be respectful. Whether or not you agree or not with some things, you can be respectful.